I told you it was going to happen. So we've got our new young co-host in the building. We had to take a little break so he could come inside. This man is going to supply me with stuff for my other YouTube channel that's coming out really soon. He's going to be like my executive producer / A&R / assistant / everything. This dude is awesome. We can't say his name because he is young and we don't want to break any laws, but that's my homie. We're going to hit a high five. Yeah. All right. Back to medication.
Yes.
So, in that nature, check this out. I'm trying to figure out a way to, because by August I'll have 3. I should have harvested 1 by August.
Yeah.
In progressing of switching the flower in number 2. Yeah. So I can start another grow.
Speaking of, do you plan on making a bucket for each stage? That just
if it starts out,
flow.
That if it starts out being that way, because I do have a CFL,
yes,
and then I'll have 2 LEDs.
Okay.
So I could do that in potential and just keep the cycle rolling.
That's what I'm saying.
Because the CFL could be for the.
It's pretty much the indoor operation, just confined.
Yeah, it's a confined indoor operation in exactly 3 stages.
Exactly.
I can do it in 3 stages.
And it interrupts no light disruption between each stage.
Because I'll be using smart pots.
Exactly. And it's all confined and on its own set timers once they're there.
Shit.
So you can have your own stages, and then all you really have to worry about is curing and transplanting.
Damn. Hold up.
Yes,
oh, shit. That's why. Bigger picture.
No.
Sponsor. You guys are freaking awesome, and I don't know if you saw this before we saw this, and you just saw the potential of what was going to happen.
We're on the same page.
But
folks.
I think we're on the same page, folks.
Because I was reading that.
Mind blown.
Shout out to Dutch for keeping me coughing.
Yeah.
Another episode. God damn it. Sponsor us.
Hey, Dutch Masters, because I see you on Instagram. Yeah. I see you.
Yeah.
I see you every post. I see you.
I peep you through the
every episode post we have. I see you.
Who's that looking in my window?
Pow.
Dutch
Masters now. I'm just saying, Dutch Masters, we like you, man, because that's, you know me. I like glass when I'm at home.
He does.
True. But I enjoy the flavor and the smoothness of the Dutch. You know what I'm saying? I'm not over here overly harsh.
Yes.
I dabble in the.
Say names to these people or these hypes.
Except for Dutch Masters. We're calling your name out right now. Okay?
Sponsor the choke.
We like
Smokes
you guys.
Killer rope. Suicide, bitch.
That's that Bay Area Thiz talk, y'all. He sound like a California pimp talking to weed. That's the one thing I do like about us is that you've got 2 different natives and you've got experience in the outdoor kind of situation here. So
I have a lot of knowledge on it due to my area and my section. Experience, I have experimented through my ages and all that and all the such, but
sure.
As I said, we learn to progress.
Right.
So every day I'm trying to learn something new about something that I'm doing.
I feel you. And like I'm saying, every day I do this thing.
Yeah, they did not survive.
So every day I'm in mine, I'm really like seeing how fast, and I didn't think a month was going to go fast, but it did.
Yeah.
And a month going fast, growing cannabis
It's fast.
is quick.
Yeah.
Like already, they're saying it's already saying prepare to do it in like another 2 more weeks. Flipper. And if I flipper, then I got a nice little 2-footer. a 2-footer that was accidentally trained, and from what I understand, weed really can just kind of be beat up. Like, you don't want it to, and you don't mean for it to happen, but it can withstand the stress of training.
I was reading that. I remember I was telling you how I was looking up how to manipulate terpenes. They said slight manipulation on the, like, slight stress on the plant could be good for it. Because it helps pull nutrients up from the soil and the roots.
So, LST, topping.
Such as, like if you got a slight burn tip on the edge of your leaf, you can roll that between your fingers, crack it up and all that, and leave it. A little bit of like that on the fan leaves and stuff. A little stress should be good.
Huh. See, I've been pruning mine,
which could be good because it's a little stress.
But then it does create a little stress because it has to heal the notch where it was.
Instead of being able to branch out, that extra nutrient is going up.
Speaking of, I wanted to show you this and talk about that. And while we're in the middle of this transition, folks, we did have something to say earlier in the podcast. A nice little special shout out to a couple of families. I'm going to let my boy take over this one right here.
Oh, yes. I wanted to say rest in peace to my homie Count, a.k.a. Smiley. He got in a car accident this weekend. He was in coma. And unfortunately, they pulled his plug and he didn't make it. So, we want to send a shout out to his family and all the homies back in Hayward, California. To everybody who knew him back in Chicago. We love you, Smiley. We love you, Count.
Rest in peace, man. Crazy how life happens. Where is it at? So, somebody was telling me on my grow that I had the reason why I'm getting like the little fat knots.
Yeah,
they're support nodes. Okay, it's nothing to like be worried about.
Yeah, this is
it's because it's right on in the cola itself where the initial branches come out, and nothing really grows there. You know, it always fans out and then it grows on the branch. Nice one.
Shout out to Dutch. Keep me coughing. I love it.
He loves the cough. He loves it.
You ain't choking unless you're getting high.
Now, see me, I'm more of a smooth smoker. You know what I'm talking about? I have cough. Don't get me wrong. When I take some bong rips, I'm the stupid. My lung came out twice. I got asthma again. I don't know what happened. And for some reason, they say, check this out. They say that when you have asthma, you shouldn't smoke. Yeah. But when I smoke weed, I don't have problems with my asthma.
Yeah.
No, if you have
because asthma is
hit
inflammation on the chest.
Yeah.
So marijuana is known to reduce inflammation, which makes sense. And you medicate through glass, bongs, pipes. What must you? It's healthier than cigars or even papers because they still produce a tar.
Right.
So, I do believe it. I truly believe it. Medication right here. The
nectar of the gods.
Eastern medication, correct? Chinese and all that.
Well,
have hundreds of uses for this for thousands of years.
Now remember, there is a Hindu and an Afghan Kush, and they did originate in their named mother countries. So, people have been using cannabis for centuries. Why there was ever a prohibition, we'll never know.
Money.
But why stop the money? That's what's the problem was. You made the money in the prison system.
Exactly.
But the prison system is based off the tax dollar. whereas you want the spender's dollar. Why stop the money?
Because now we can incarcerate them and keep the cycle of incarceration going, which is where you have probation,
That's
parole,
that privatized bullshit funding.
and that's why all prisons, are privately owned, pretty much by the states or whoever. But somebody
owns a prison.
bank,
Yeah, I know.
that prison. Excuse me.
Yeah, that's the
Thinking
sad
wrong.
part about that is that somebody.
Is getting rich and wants to get rich off incarcerating individuals for bullshit.
Yeah, it's
Now, if you
unfathomable.
rape somebody, murder someone, do something to a kid, yeah, motherfucker, don't think you coming out anytime soon.
Please.
But if you smoking a fucking plant, you're growing a plant, you're selling a plant, come on now.
No, here's the thing. They know it's a plant. It's not like
Yeah.
it's not like
not
it's something
national
synthetic.
security threat.
Like
It's
they
not-
found it. They were using it as medicine beforehand,
exactly. Like I said,
and then they banned it.
the Chinese have been using
Pharmaceutical companies.
more than hundreds of versions of this medication for thousands of years.
AKA
The Middle
Big
East,
Pharma.
they've been growing it as well for thousands of
Thousands.
years. They have something on the other side of the world that we're being pulled over on.
Yo, like
got
we
sheepskin on
we
our
had
eyes right
earlier, like 5 years felony probation
Yeah.
for 7 grams
Plus
of
a
a
four-way
plant.
and all kinds of stuff.
Huh? Like stuff
Well,
like
see,
that
that's
just don't
where
make sense.
That's where they kill you too, because I have a lot of folks, myself personally, that have a lot of 3-ways and 4-way clauses on them.
Right?
Meaning, a 3-way, they can search you and anybody around you.
What the fuck?
A 4-way, they can search you, anybody around you, and any vehicle or property around you.
Oh, so it's pretty much
So if we're standing next to a car, don't
so-
matter if it's ours or not, they can search that.
Yeah,
fucking
so
car.
that's one of those we just gonna search you whenever we want
and
to kind
because
of
we know you're on probation, which is how you get it usually,
right.
or parole.
Like
We
this
know
dude
the
was,
individuals
they
are
could
hanging
just
around or
like he
doing
like
the same
this guy
type of
was.
shit. Yeah.
Like they just ran up on him at the store. They came back to they brought him back to his house in the cop car and searched his house.
Yeah. Oh, I've seen that happen.
My
I'm not gonna say names, you
Right.
feel me, but dude from back in Hayward, he used to sell hard. He
Okay.
used to sell a bunch of shit, but he was on with hard. And he left one day. His mom left to work one day. She got halfway down the 2nd Street from her house. They pull her over. They take her back to the house. Gang task force takes her back to the house, the apartment, has her unlock the door, and they raid the entire house. He's not home at the time, so they put out an APB and catch him like an hour later.
What?
He sat for like 7 months, 8 months, until they figured out whatever the fuck happened.
Wow. But they just jammed up in there like
Yeah,
that.
they just caught moms on the way to work, fucked
And,
her whole day up,
and
and
took
made
her
her
back to the house.
back to the house. She didn't even get a quarter of the way to work. She got 2 streets over, and took moms back to the house
That is
upstairs.
wild.
and
Over
ran through the
some-
house.
Oh my god. People, come on now. We gotta think, man. Like, really? Over
Yes.
a plant?
Yes.
What?
Well, he had other shit, but he was selling a lot of weed too.
But I mean,
That was his main
now
thing.
that kind of clause, I can understand if you,
Yes.
you know,
But they
getting
do
the.
have those on people, so
If you get that, you know, and they know you got that hard work, and you over there doing some things you know you shouldn't be doing, you know what I'm talking about, and the judge say, hey, you know,
Yeah, it should be.
we gonna make sure your people ain't dirty as well. I can
Exactly.
kind of understand that because you're over exaggerating the matter. I'm talking about the
Yes.
people who Sally Joe Black has figured out cannabis works.
yes,
Whatever her ailment is, cannabis works.
What about the CBD oil that goes in the mouth?
Tinctures.
yes.
You
For-
can do CBD
for,
out of cannabis plants
for-
and out of male plants as well.
For
Hemp
children
or
with,
hemp.
yeah, it's for kids
Seizures.
though. It's for kids that don't have to be on that
Kids,
Oxycodone.
shoot,
Kids.
I've seen adults.
Percocets. Yeah.
I personal experience.
Yeah, but these are like 13-year-old kids.
Oh yeah, no,
I
I've
mean,
seen
they
it
just
from
they deserve to have
right.
a good life, as in eating what they want to eat or whatever. Going swimming or going to ride a bike or maybe doing something exercise. But they don't do that unless they get that oil in their mouths.
Right.
I've seen videos like that on Facebook.
Oh yeah,
where they
you
said,
see
"This is
them
a
all the
live
time.
Video of what my son does before and after he gets the oil.
Yep. Kids having seizures and shit.
And then he's a completely different kid after he gets the medication in his mouth.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, wow. It's just, it's kind
It's
of
a
like
plant,
it's
folks.
heart-touching.
It's a
heart-touching.
plant.
It's heart-touching.
CLANT. It's a plant.
It's heart-touching.
No, that's
Please let every state go medical
yes,
and
please.
recreational, because there's a lot of clauses in that will prohibit people from becoming medical patients.
Yep.
No,
There
if
was
you're
a
just trying to get high, I understand.
There was a family that moved from
But-
one side of the world to the other side of the world just to get their son that CBD oil because he was just a vegetable laying in bed. And then as soon as he got it, his whole life changed. Yep.
That happens.
It is medication, folks. It does work. Not like chemo. Add poison to your body, radiation,
Right.
kill your body, in hopes of having a slight chance of saving it.
Mm.
Folks, I'd rather take my chance with a plant
Yo.
that is God-given, Mother Earth grown, and I can maintain myself. I can control what I put in it. I can control how I ingest it. It's my medication, folks. Ain't nothing wrong with being self-sufficient farmer.
And with the technology and the access to so many strains, you can really narrow down
What you need.
what
your
you
ailment is.
specifically need.
Yes.
And then from there, know that you can take it in a mild form.
Yes.
Then you can switch it up to a medium form. Then you can kick it into high gear. Then you can ingest it a different way if
Go
one isn't
extreme.
agreeable with it.
Exactly.
Where can
Now,
I do that with Big Pharma?
As my wife was just talking about, I love the idea that they had in this one video. A little boy was just seizure, going bananas. The only thing they can have access to on his body without injuring him or themselves was the bottom of his foot. And they rubbed this tincture on there or some soap type with THC or CBD in it. And within 5 minutes, he was still. And all
Wow.
they did was rub it on the sole of his foot, on the bottom. And he was
So
straight.
they used a topical application
Yes. Rubbed
of
it on,
a cannabis plant,
and within 5
rubbed it on a
minutes,
child,
he was,
and the kid's seizures
yes.
stopped.
Now, folks, doesn't mean we condone in getting children high.
No,
But we
No.
do condone in children
medicated.
medicating.
And if you're telling me that a plant can do that
Yes.
to a child without the child having to take a pill, something that there's so many different chemicals
Yes.
and byproducts, and usually the side effects are worse than what they're diagnosing it for. Dude, how many times have you heard
Every time I
in
watch
case
TV.
of death?
Every time I watch TV.
I'm telling you.
Or this medication may cause this, and this.
Yo, when I
and
say
if you have this, you
when
must
I
watch
hear
out for this, and
this
this.
medication may cause, now let's say I'm taking something for heartburn, and like 30 of the 60 things in, you catch may cause slight heartburn.
Yeah.
Why am I taking a heartburn medicine that's going to cause me heartburn? What? That just don't make no sense. Like,
None. But this is legal to sell over the counter. You can walk into CVS and tell them to give you this heartburn medication. You feel me?
right?
And
You can go pick it up yourself.
it's okay. Nobody bats
And-
an eye.
Nobody's telling you no.
But if I sat at the bus stop and decided I got a half hour before I get on, I can smoke in 5 minutes. Find a little corner to smoke in, I can go to jail.
Even though that whole I gotta smoke in a sketchy stash spot is totally stupid to me, and it happens all the time with us who medicate on a regular basis.
Yes.
I really don't get it. It's like having, I don't know.
I take it like they're telling us we're bad people for
we've
choosing
become
to medicate.
criminals for medicating on our own. Oh, but
That's
okay,
how I have
hold
my
on.
records.
Hold on, wait a second. See, you get us for drug use, but you don't ask the question, are we using it for medication? All you see is drug use. And then you put us in the same bracket as a person who
selling methamphetamines,
oxycodones,
and heroin,
stuff
crack,
like
anything.
really? Synthetic drugs, man-made,
yes, compared to
death incarnate.
shot out the dirt.
But I can't take a plant that you know grows out the earth, grow from the dirt to whatever it's going to sprout into in height, because the things can become trees.
Yes.
And then harvested. And then from harvest, just like you would, I don't know, carrots,
Corn.
beets, corn, you can cook it.
Yes.
From harvest, you can let it marinate. Or what do you call that when you mature fruit?
Ferment.
Ripening it.
Yeah.
So then I'm enhancing the flavor of it to its full potential. And then I'm consuming it. Doesn't that sound like a plant to you?
Sounds like a plant to me.
Fucking A, it sounds like a plant.
This is what kills me too. You have shops that sell herbal supplemental diet, whatever supplements,
And those are natural.
and it's over the fucking counter.
So I can
But
go
we
get
can't-
some kratom,
I can't go.
but I can't get some
Exactly.
weed.
Shit, I can't even get a THC CBD pill over the counter.
No, it's hard to find in Vegas.
But
See,
but the point.
CBD ones,
Yeah.
hard to find.
But you see my point though.
Yep.
We could buy all this other shit, even though they say it's herbal and it's dietary and all this shit, but we can't literally buy herbal over the counter.
Right. So that's why I'm praying this recreational thing passes. Like we said, I'm all in favor of drinking. I'm all in favor of smoking. I'm not in favor of them being sold together.
No.
Can't do it. Just too many dumb people.
Wait, especially in Vegas.
Especially. Come on now, the tourism rate alone. Tourists, don't get me wrong, we love them.
Please, folks, I walk down the street and I don't want to get ran over by your drunk ass at fucking 7, 8 in the morning because you can't go to bed and you're shit faced.
So what makes you think I really want to go and get ran over by somebody drunk and high? Hold on, folks. We'll be right back in just a second. We're back. Real life happens.
Yes, it does.
But, yeah, we don't get it. So we went a little political on y'all here for a second because, like we said, this is a real life podcast. And we talk about a whole lot of stuff.
And shit, that tends to happen.
Yeah. You know, attention span just goes all kinds of berserk when you add tequila and cannabis.
Tell you. Tequila as well, folks. Agave. 100%.
A plant.
A plant. Refined.
Right.
Hey.
We're
how many
consuming
other of
2
you can
plants.
say that?
Consuming 2 plants. I like it.
It's lovely.
Vodka, plant, potato.
Plant.
I want to do that. Like grow a crop of potatoes and then harvest it into vodka.
Yeah.
That would be crazy. Like do your own indoor crop of potatoes and then harvest that indoor crop into vodka.
Actually, I don't see why.
You are moonshining all over again.
I don't see why not.
Right?
Because they got that one brewery right there on Fremont. I didn't even know they were a brewery until I walked in and tried to apply.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, they were like, no. You got any brewing experience? No. I drank a lot.
Just when you look at them sideways. What you mean? What you mean? Man, I do this in my sleep, though. That's when you just hit him with that. I hit him in my sleep, though. Come on, man.
Nah, they weren't even hiring though.
Right.
He was just fucking with me.
Dickhead.
Right. I was going to show you something. Told y'all, cannabis will do that to you. Alright, so, I'm trying to find a picture of these support nodes that are on. Almost. So, see that?
Mm-hmm.
That's a support node. It's because the branches, because my exhaust fan is kind of powerful too.
Okay,
so I've got 2 fans in there and it's kind of moving them.
It's actually gonna bud. It's just for
Nah,
support.
it's just for weight.
Okay, because I've seen a few of those and I've been wondering.
Yeah. Because then it branches off. It's just for the weight. Because then, see, you notice on top how they get thicker.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
So here it's like, okay, now we're starting to
just like it's muscle.
We're starting to muscle up, and then these go, and it's like, okay, here we go, growth.
Okay.
And that kind of told me too, where it went from. You can kind of say like the baby portion of the stalk to where then it starts getting furry.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? That
It's
woodsy.
thicker.
Yeah, the skin.
Yeah.
It becomes from that woody to it's thick, it's hard, but now it's furry. It's not like a wood feel anymore.
Yeah.
Like a hemp
Like a peach fuzz.
plant or something like that. Like, yeah, that's more of a peach fuzz.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird.
Softer.
But that's where it kind of started to like show it was flexing a little bit when those started to come up. Like, oh, okay, everybody's starting to grow some.
Yeah.
So
Now it's putting its muscle up. Okay.
yeah, so it naturally kind of stressed out itself too.
Yeah.
But oh man, I'm still kind of disappointed. I had all that growth, and then I was gonna super crop it. So I was like playing with it and trying to like get it soft so it like bend, or where I could kind of bend it on just little by little. Man, my heavy-handed ass snapped it. So I was just like, well, fuck it. And I didn't even think about trying to clone it or anything because I didn't have anything really to like set it up in or whatnot. And it's way too hot in my house to try to support one.
Yeah.
So I just kind of chucked it and I was like, fuck. What's going to happen? And I was like, oh crap. And that's when all that new
Growth happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even on the bottom, it was like, wow. Like this whole crop top happened. I'm telling you.
Steak, chicken, wings.
We're back,
dogs.
people.
You would not find a lick of green in that motherfucker anywhere. Straight meat, carnivore diet.
Okay, look. I gotta have some kind of green, alright? Like, you gotta throw.
A whole lot of green.
I can understand that, okay? Look, that's the best green to have in the house ever. Healthy breakfast, great dinner, awesome snack, great medication. It makes some awesome cookies. Cannabis. It does everything. Do you realize you can also make paper out of cannabis? You can make textile parts out of cannabis.
We could replace everything plastic with hemp.
What? Tell them about it. Tell them about it.
Plastic with hemp. Now, folks, for those of you who are not exactly enlightened on the subject of plastic chemicals, they do have cancerous chemicals in them.
Mm-hmm.
You are drinking bottled substance soaked in cancerous chemicals.
Yeah, pretty much on a daily basis.
So pretty much, if it ain't glass,
Yeah.
you're sucking down cancer.
Yeah.
Whether you choose to or not. So, replace the shit, vote hemp.
Yo, go hemp. I'm just saying.
A lot healthier.
You can do a whole hemp farm
Yes.
and not mess with a rainforest ever again.
Never. You can legally, in the United States, farm hemp.
Yes.
As long as the percentage of THC is under 0.0...
3.
I thought it was 2, but yeah, 3. somewhere like that,
Yep.
2 or 3. So minimal that you can smoke the entire field and not catch a buzz.
So minimal that if you happen to have a male plant, just deball it. And, find out how to use that in a productive way. Because, well, it ain't going to do nothing for you anyway. It's getting high. So it might as well be what it is. Hemp.
And shit. You can save on wood and all kinds of shit.
Learn how to make your own hemp wraps with the leaves. Make some cannagars.
Yes.
Don't buy no papers no more.
Hey, if anybody that listens to us makes cannagars, hit me.
Yo, just hit that email in the
DM one
Instagram. DM both of us. We are about it. I don't care if you make canna joints. Even them. Hit us.
Canna. I have some.
Just hit us.
Hashtag
Because look, hashtag we on deck. Hashtag
Can
we
I
do
have
this.
some?
Hashtag can I have some?
Canna?
Canna.
Can I have a bit?
What are we doing?
Can I?
Yeah, at this point we're getting high. So, speaking on that, have you been watching either Everyday Struggle or Drink Champs?
The last Drink Champs I seen was that Swiss Beats.
Okay.
I haven't seen nothing new yet. The latest show I've watched was the Dana White GGN.
Got to catch up because they're Revolt TV now.
Yeah.
Sponsored by Puffy.
They've been there for a while.
They just signed a deal.
They've been on Revolt for a while. Because I got Revolt on TV.
You got Revolt? What?
It's on the TV, and I've watched Drink Champs on there on late night.
Well, they're
before.
syndicated through iHeart.
Okay, that's probably why.
That's why. But
Yeah.
so okay,
They
Drink
probably just
Champs
cut
was
them out and
was part of the Play It network. Revolt got them out of that with the help of Charlemagne the God. So they've been putting in some major behind the scenes moves. Oh, and speaking of that, what else? Brilliant Idiots got their own studio. They're trying to set up a loudspeakers networks, network.
Yeah. Like syndicate.
Yeah, they're trying to do it. I'm in all support of that because that just makes the whole starting from the podcast movement. That's big.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Shed some more light on it. Because
definitely,
podcasts have been out for how long now?
They've been out
10,
for a while. I mean,
over a decade.
We had them with the first set of iPods. It was an exclusive kind of thing that went just mainstream. And it's kind of still it's underground, but it went mainstream because there's a lot of podcasts out. Don't get me wrong, and there's more growing every day, just like we are.
Yeah.
And so it's dope that you see the progression of something like what we're inspired to do. We get in here, we talk about real life stuff, we talk about the things that are in our field that matter. And then, takes a couple of years, whatnot. You got to do what you got to do, and you grow and you get bigger.
Just like any business.
And then to hear that there's their own network studio out of this whole deal.
Yeah. That's
And the people that they've brought along with them are going with them. They made sure everybody ate, and they're making sure everybody's eating.
Yeah.
Because that's huge.
That is. Everybody I talk to, when they hear podcasts, they're like, what is that?
I still get the whole same reaction.
Yeah, I explained to them, but I'm still wondering how this is not where it should be.
Right. Especially, you know what it is? Talk radio. We're the new talk radio.
It's pretty much what it is.
And YouTube is the new TV.
Yeah, exactly.
So, there's the ones that kind of gravitate towards the talk radio, and then there's ones who still watch TV, and then there's ones who kind of incorporate both. And with today's kind of technology, it's awesome you can do that because, like in our network, we are fortunate enough to stream on we could stream on more platforms. Once we get everything set up, we will. But we can go to iHeart. We can stream to iTunes. We have the Spreaker Network, YouTube, and SoundCloud. That's 5 platforms that our show has the potential of being on. And then with today's technology, it's on your phone. It's on your TV. Like, I don't watch TV. Like, I was more excited. Like, folks, I'm a real big Currency fan. Woo! He's in there with it.
Bottom alone.
But I'm a real big Currency fan, and I was hyped more than I've ever been watching a TV show to see that Raps and Lowriders was coming back.
Yeah.
Like, oh, season 2, episode 1's on. Ah!
I
Like,
gotta get.
no, like, I
everything
stopped
on
everything.
hold.
I was in the middle of cooking. Like, I had some noodles on, had the seasoning packets like halfway mixed in, and then I heard the dun, 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 and I heard the music come on after it started loading, and I stopped. I had the pot and pan in my hand I was eating, bro. Like,
Half cooked.
no, fully cooked.
Oh, okay.
Fully cooked, but
The dedication is there.
out the bowl, nah, fuck that. Hot pot, fork.
Mix up the rest of that.
And that's what I'm saying though, like, and then to see like our video or our podcast could be broadcast on that network next in queue on somebody's playlist.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It
So
is.
now nobody watches. Like, I don't think a lot of people are watching TV. A lot of people are watching what they want.
Exactly.
Content.
On demand.
Yeah. Because it's that
Yeah.
easy.
Yeah.
So it's kind of one of those, I think we're in one of those niche markets right now, like talk radio, TV. Or is it that we have the accessibility to do both, which is kind of crazy as well?
Well, I think it started out with the accessibility to both, but seeing as far as we came with technology and all the shit we have now, and the generation now,
Yeah.
it pretty much just switched over, took over. Why sit in a room and watch your show when you can have your show anywhere, any place, all
Right.
the time?
You know how many people I see watching Game of Thrones on the bus?
Yeah, shit.
Sitting
You go to
inside the
store,
DMV
I
just
give
chilling.
the kids the phone and here, watch a cartoon.
Yo, like literally watch
Yeah.
cartoons.
Put a game on, dude. Do something.
Yo, that's crazy too with the games. Like,
Yeah.
I can get a full VR game on my phone. What? That's crazy.
Hell yeah. I think we're getting too smart, too quick,
Yeah.
on the wrong type of shit. Like technology, we can get there. But if we spend our time on other shit,
Yo, get out the hot box of your screen of
exactly.
Instagram,
There's a
Snapchat.
There's a world out there, folks.
Yo, look up.
We might be a little older, but shit, the world is beautiful.
Yo,
I'd rather sit in the park, smoke, and look at a tree or a mountainside and just,
yo,
this is beautiful.
and
This is nature.
be
This is love.
inspired by something and see how amazing like nature is.
Yeah,
And even then, or even just going out and having an experience, like,
exactly.
you know, really enjoy it. Man, get out your screen, dude. And when you go to concerts, do not put your phone up. Put it in your pocket, dude, and enjoy the concert. Like,
Exactly. You're
people
there-
put too much work in what they do to not have a good time.
Yeah, you're paying the money not just for them, but for the experience that comes with it. That's why they're on stage. That's why they do what they do to get you motivated to get into the song, to get with the action, is because
they don't want you to put your phone up.
Yeah, you pay for a show. They want you to enjoy this entertainment.
Look, when they say put your hands up, please put the phone down.
Yes.
And because I don't want to go somewhere where I'm trying to watch, I don't know, Big Sean, because I'm a fan of Big Sean, and, some 15-year-old kid, 12 at some cases, has his iPhone 7S with the 17-inch screen. No, with his iPad. Lifted up in a concert, recording the concert.
On Flash.
You should get charged twice.
Yeah.
Security should roll up on you, and you should either buy another ticket.
NFL, when the game starts, it has the disclaimer. So if you broadcast this anywhere other than where it's permitted, we can sue.
Look, that means if you watch it at your house one too many times, you broke the law. Put the phone down.
Exactly. You went after Napster and all this for the same shit.
Right?
All you're doing is taking the concert with you on the go. You had the one time, that's what it was.
Napster should have taught y'all to leave your digital devices
that's why,
at home.
That's why I noticed all the older folks, older than us, always talk about concerts back in the 70s, 80s, 60s, because those were experiences.
Yeah.
There was no fucking...
Even growing up in the 90s.
Yeah, there was no fucking cell phones in the air. There was a lighter in the air, if anything.
I remember...
That's about it. There was no
going to
nothing.
Summer Jam.
Yeah.
Out here. At the Thomas and Mack. Man. Now, talk about some experiences. That's your first, high school experience with your girlfriend in a bikini out. You get to be a little manly, you know what I'm talking about. You get to pity pat some kitty cat. You'll experience this one day, young sir. But
that all happened.
And it was a good time, dude. No phones.
No phone.
You had to remember it. I got to remember being that skinny with a big kind of chubby girlfriend.
Hey.
Trying to put her up on your shoulders. Bruh.
Yeah, I know.
You had to be strong, son. You had to be strong.
Yes, and willing.
And they did it.
Back then there was no pictures, so you had to remember.
Yes, there was.
Oh, no. You took pictures, right? And then you had to go turn in the film to the picture guy, right? And then that took a whole day. Wait a second, Summer Jam was on Saturday. They not open on Sunday, but I turned in my film to little automatic film guy because it'll be ready when at 7 o'clock at night, the next night when you have to ask your mom to take you to the grocery store to go get it, or you just truck your butt up there by yourself and go get them pictures that you paid $3.99 for 24 pictures. Can you believe that? We paid $3.99 for 24 pictures. Folks, You got a minute and something left. I think we're going to call this one, but we're still going to continue to do what we do and medicate. But once again, this is episode 3. Thanks for listening to all our banter and all our craziness. Once again, we want to spin out. Shout out to the sponsors: Lotus Eater Organics, Mostly Safe 8, Rain Man, Space Bucket, Micro Grows. Please check them out on Etsy.
We love you.
We do. Man, the supply action is awesome. We'll tell you about it later on Space Bucket Growing with Druski.
Yes.
Mail calls coming in real soon. I can feel it. UPS come through. We also want to say rest in peace once again to my homeboy's family.
Yes, R.I.P. Smiley.
Condolences.
Everybody's going to miss you. We already do.
You know. You got real friends out there.
Yes, sir.
Real on that note,
for real stoners.
Here it is. On that note, y'all, this is Druski.
And Stax.
And this is, what are we doing?
About to call it.
That's it, y'all. We out.
Bye.